Nicole. As you know, it's Follow-Up Friday, and Mr. Nelson is our special guest speaker today. But first of all, I'd like to thank Miss Maria. I like your costume top. It says costume. I love it. Miss Belinda Batiste, good morning. Miss Caroline Baker, good morning. Christina, good morning. Mr. Dale Ranson, good morning. Chris King, Regional Director out of Fresno, good morning, sir. Mr. Dave Culver, the professor's with us this morning. Mr. Ed Navarro, thank you so much. Ms. Rose Guerrero King, Regional Director out of Fresno. Good morning, dear. What a wonderful job she did last night on the 1 through 10. Excellent. Thank you so much. Always does a great job. Miss Jill Murphy, good morning out in Chicago. Miss Joyce Brewer in Fresno, thank you so much. Miss Candy Epperly in Phoenix, thank you so much. Mr. Wilkinson, thank you so much. Miss Pat, oh, there she is, Pat Robinson over in Oakland, California. Let's head south down to Fresno. We got Marcia Carter, good morning. Let's head over to Dallas, Texas to see Mr. Sam Foster, excuse me, got a text here. Now let's head over to Florida to see Sensational. Let's see if she got those glasses on. She got the Rojo ones on, red. Mr. Winston Herbert, good morning. Mr. Bill Bailey's, good seeing you lately, sir. Good, thank you. Oh, Mr. Brian Baker, good morning, sir, out here in Los Wages. Mr. Chris McDowell, thank you so much, sir. Mr. Harrison Mill, congratulations, sir. Mr. Harrison Mill, congratulations. Signed a new IBO yesterday, and your gift is going out in the mail. Oh, hold on a second. Your Vivid gift is going out in the mail today, sir. He texted me, make sure you got it. Mr. Julian Lewis. Good morning, sir. Mr. Julian Lewis, Regional Director out of San Diego. He also got the backpack. It went out yesterday, sir. Man, that backpack was, yeah, that's a nice one. So that went out for the contest. Oh, don't forget, the contest ends tomorrow. But those are gifts that went out for people that were on the Power Hour on Monday night at 6 o'clock. And we had left over some gifts, and we are excited about getting those out to people. Mr. Jordan Say, thank you so much, sir. Mr. Casey Carter down there in San Diego, good morning. Natasha Ismail, Regional Director out of Fresno. Miss Alexander, brand new IBO. Mr. Harrison's a new IBO. Thank you for joining, dear. Miss Melissa Vaughn, good morning so much. Miss Eileen in San Diego. Miss Dee Dee Sanders, good morning. Miss Konohara over in Japan, good morning, good morning, good morning. Celia in Woodland, California. Mr. Payon, also in Japan, thank you so much. And Miss Allen. Folks, as you know, we've got a great call lined up today, and this, I hope everybody is ready. I sincerely hope you're ready, because I'm going to tell you right now, he has been fired up this whole. When is he not fired up? That's the question. So what I'm going to tell you to do, if you're smart, and I would get your seatbelt out if I were you, and get ready. Get ready. You know, that's right, Professor, Mr. Cole. Yeah, get your seatbelt, everybody. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Without further ado, he's ready to go. I want to thank him for being on a call today. This young man has the best of all SVP promotion I've ever seen. Martin Cerullo would be number 2, as you know, and I'm not saying that just be saying that, but it's true from my heart, because I've never seen a promotion like that, where you have Marvin Saps singing. His voice was so amazing, went down the whole block, out the Coliseum, it's just permeated everywhere, not a dry in the house. Mr. Les Brown stood right next to him. He hangs out with the great Mr. Richard Branson from Nectar Island. Man, I want to just carry his suitcase next time he goes. I'm going to make that publicly known, so who knows, I might get a call. He's one of the who in network marketing. And matter of fact, he's one of the top income earners in our company. He's a great father, a community leader, a mentor. He's a health expert. Man, his list goes on. It might take me 20 minutes to introduce all the stuff he's done. This weekend, they're going to be going to Lake Tahoe to do the seminar they've been doing for the last 10 years up there, which I promoted yesterday. And without further ado, my dear friend, and hopefully you fall in love with him like I do, the great Mr. Nelson, Mr. Brian Nelson. Let's give him a hand, everybody, as it comes. Mr. Nelson.
Yes, can you hear me?
Oh, there you are. Yes, sir. We can hear you and see you now.
Okay, I want to make sure that you can hear me clearly. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I like that color on you. That's a good color on you.
You know what? I've gotten this new affinity, Mr. Thomas. This one is Tigger. You see Tigger?
I know that I know there's a story behind that.
You know what? I just find things that, when let me go in here. This sun is hot, but isn't it beautiful? Is it just gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous out there?
Oh my God.
It's just gorgeous. The ocean is
Oh,
just out of control. God is just
life
acting
of
up
an
today.
SVP. SVP lifestyle.
God
And we
is
can't
just
talk about that.
God is just
God,
acting
there
up
you
today.
go.
Totally acting out. What happened is I found that as I was growing in the business, and I didn't have financial. I can take off my glasses now that I'm inside. Can you guys see me? I can see you. Oh, now I can see you. I was getting some vitamin D. I was finding that as you grow, you start to make money, but nobody teaches you about money. So you spend money, and it doesn't matter how much money you have. That's why people are like, well, I wish I came into $1 million. It doesn't matter how much money you came into because you never learned how to keep it. You'll always know how to spend it. And it's really goes back to really the basis of this. And before I even get started, you guys give a huge round to Mr. Al Thomas. I could talk about him for the next 3 days. Yeah, you guys just need to just really acknowledge him for these calls. It's so therapeutic for us to be able to bless other people, and it comes naturally with him. And I'm going to share exactly the basis of this call, based and built around who Mr. Al Thomas is as a human being. And so I love you. I treasure you. I honor you. I am so thankful and grateful for you, Mr. Thomas, and for this call and for the people that you're blessing along the way. So you are the legend and myth that everyone, if you're new on this call, you should never miss a call that Mr. Al Thomas has, including his happy hour, because you get happy and then you get an hour of knowledge. But what happened was when I started really thinking about the evolution in our journey, when you decide to change your life, and really comes down to the decision of changing your life, you start to prosper. A lot of people don't understand it's the decision that allows you to prosper. And when you start to prosper, because people have not prepped themselves with a plan, and with here's the key, which is really, it ties into the training. People don't come in with the expectation to get wealthy. They come in with the hope to get wealthy. And so it almost catches them off guard when they actually, and wealth is all subjective. Before we get into even talking about this, it's not all about money. Whatever your translation is, and whatever this recording is, and whatever your interpretation is, that's yours. But wealth to me is a lifestyle. It's about being able to have choices. It's about being able to do what you want, take care of yourself, take care of the people you love, wake up when you finish sleeping, eat well. This is where I am. It's called Liquid Fridays. So I'm really taking that in and embedding that in my life. Liquid Fridays means you just take like I had this amazing blueberry, smoothie this morning, and just protein and collagen, and you just clean out your system and detox. But all that being said, you have these hopes of being able to become wealthy, or these hopes to be able to make money, but you don't expect it. So when you get a $200 check, you're excited. When you get a $2,000 check, you're excited. When you get a $5,000 check, you're excited. And I'm not talking about NAC, and I'm just talking about in life, just so that we can be very clear. So nobody, so just in case Greg, you or Robert, any of you guys get a copy of this recording. Just when you come into any denomination of money, you get excited when you don't expect it. Nod your head if that's making sense. I mean, right? You were supposed to get a $300 check at your job this week. It happens to be $600. You're excited. So when you get the blessing of prosperity and you don't expect it, the problem with that is that you have habits, and we all know that habits make us who we are. So you have habits of spending, but you don't have habits of investing because you never expected to have the resources to invest. So someone tells you, there's a stock on, you can get, such as, let's just say Tesla. You can pick it up for $1,500. It's going to go to $3,000. You're like, one share is $1,500? Yeah, one share is $1,500. So I can only get like 10 shares, but you don't have this mentality of even buying when it was 300. So then in turn, of course, you're going to miss it at 300, and now it's 1500, now it's 3000, and you keep losing money because your habit was what? Your habit was thinking in lack. You have created, and I say you generally, not at anybody, I'll say we have created a habit of lack thinking. And the only thing we have learned how to do is spend. We know how to spend on our groceries. We know how to spend on our rent. We know how to spend on our car if the car breaks down. We know how to spend on the kids, but we haven't transformed, and listen to the word, transform that thinking into investing. Therefore, when we have an unexpected blessing that comes our way, even predicated on the work that we put in, our habits immediately go to spending. So a person gets and comes into some money, like, and I can use a very raw example of what happened with this PPI or whatever this stuff is for the stimulus of what's happening with COVID, where a young lady came in and she filled out the paperwork and she came into, like, I want to say it was like $10,000, something like that, something crazy. And the first thing that came to her mind is she wanted to get some breast and a liposuction. So you got a business stimulus plan, and the first thing you can think about is your boobs. That's a problem. Some people think about a car. Some people think about the problem of where I'm going with this is that if we can get out of consumer thinking, clothes, cars, house, whatever, jewelry, the immediate satisfaction, then you can sow seed. And how does this tie to the conversation I was having with Mr. Thomas? Because I was that person that when I came into money, the more money I made, the more money I spent. And nobody ever taught me about saving money, sowing seed, investing money. And so the bigger your check, or the bigger prosperity, the bigger the blessing. And you trust me, you'll find, you look at someone like Tyson, you can find something to spend $10 million on. There's a whole lot of people that will find there's a lot to be spent on. And so what I had to do is I had to rewind when I started understanding, and I was like really blessed with the opportunity to understand residual income, and that you could actually blow it. That's the beautiful thing about this opportunity. I want you guys to get that. The beautiful thing about the opportunity is you can mess up this month and it comes back next month. You can mess up next month and it comes back the next month, and it comes back the next month and the next month. That is probably the greatest blessing God has given us in understanding ACN and residual income, is that you are afforded and blessed enough. Don't push the limit, but you're afforded and blessed enough to make mistakes and recover from them 30, 60, 90 days later, versus had I not been in ACN and I made the mistakes I've made, I would take a year to 2 years to recover. Somebody makes a $50,000 mistake, $100,000 mistake, as I have made. For the average person, it's going to take them a year to 2 years to recover. I want you to imagine you invested $100,000, as I did. You put it in the capable hands of someone who was an avid investor, who he was. He was trustworthy, which he was. He had integrity, which he did. But you forced the envelope of putting the money in an account that was volatile in an unstable economy, in an unstable country, and your money goes poof in less than 30 days. First of all, think about how long it would take you to accumulate and save $100,000. Then imagine it goes away in less than 30 days. How devastated is the average person? That could have been your entire 401k plan. That could have been your entire savings. That could have been your child's education. How devastating is that? To, in less than 30 days, lose $100,000. Devastating. Even if you have buffers in place, even if you have recovery. And for me, the blessing is residual income. The blessing is that no matter how much money I'm blessed to make, it's enough to be able to cover me to even sow seed, compound it, and replace it based on smart business moves in less than 60 to 70, 60 to 90 days. Completely. You don't get that anywhere else. Does that make sense? You guys follow me on that so far? I mean, you just don't get that anywhere else. And people are trying to figure out if this business is worth it. You have to make a decision as to, and there's something I want to lay as a foundation as to what I believe the two most important points of your life are. There are two of the most critical moments in your life that are the most important on this planet. I'm going to give them to you. The first one is when you're born. It's pretty important. You just came here and beat millions and millions of other people to be able to make it here that didn't make it. The second most important moment in your life is when you find out your purpose. See, my purpose was not gigawatts. It wasn't fiber optics. It wasn't telecom. My purpose was not to be able to build within an infrastructure of network marketing. My purpose was not to understand how to acquire a customer or acquire a rep. My purpose was to be able to truly transform lives. Everything that came around that I said as a predecessor was that which actually allowed me to sculpt lives and be able to take them through a path that allowed them to be able to recognize and identify themselves to be able to be free so that they can do what they were called to do. That's amazing, if that makes any sense to anybody, is to really watch a person go from lack to abundant thinking, to go from selfish to selfless living, to go from a mentality of no confidence to being the most powerful and confident person on the planet. And when you can see a person truly go down the rabbit hole and impress that upon other lives, like a Mr. Al Thomas, it doesn't get any more gorgeous than to know that you're amongst, a gated community of individuals that go out into the world and their only calling and their only commitment is to be able to infect another life that wants to be infected. And as I look at it and I'm watching people, I was actually walking down, I'm purchasing my building that my office is in for the Matrix compound. And one of the tenants was knowing that this was taking place. And I've watched this woman for 5 years in my building. And what's crazy is I watch her she's there before everybody else. She's the first one to get there and the last one to leave. And when I tell you that she walks backwards to go down the steps, and she'd walk backwards to get up the steps, that's how much weight she has on her. And in my head, I want to say something, but it's like, that's not my position, if that makes any sense. It's like, I don't want to be intrusive. I don't want to be offensive. But in my heart of hearts, I'm just like, how can I contribute? How can I help you know that you can change your situations, that it's a decision to get that weight off of you? That's a guaranteed cardiac just waiting. And we have people in our lives, now I don't suggest, I think you have to have discernment to know when to approach people that you know and people that you don't know. But the people that are in your lives, it's kind of like our opportunity. It's not it is our opportunity. I believe that it is our responsibility, where other people are like, well, they aren't interested, or they aren't this type of person, or they're this, that, or the other. We talk about making lists and talking to people. It's kind of like, for me, it's like, I'll be honest with you, it's very much like talking about God. I'm not holding my tongue when it comes to talking about God. It's just not going to happen. If I see a light in you, I'm going to speak life into you. And I'm going to use his word to do so. And if I in turn happen to offend somebody, then so be it. I just know that I was not welcomed in that door. I'm not going through a door that I haven't been invited to go through. But I will push the envelope in the people's lives that I love. And the reason why I say this is because some of you have so many people in your life that you have not talked to about the opportunity for whatever your excuse is. And they are living a life of suppressed, oppressed desperation. They're dying. They're one day away from a cardiac. They're one day away from from losing their house. They're one day away from losing their car. They're one day away from going through a divorce. They're one day away from possibly losing their kids to the social system. And you're sitting up there thinking that, well, I don't know if I should talk to such and such. I don't know if I should call such and such. I don't know about them because, well, they this or this. That's not your response. That's not your job. That's not who made you judge and jury to bless and save somebody else's life that needed the opportunity. Because I cannot tell you why I led with this conversation the way I did, how many times this opportunity has saved my life. I can't tell you how many lives I've saved because of the opportunity. And so many people like to tiptoe on ice. And I have a young lady on my team. I'm not going to bring up her name. And so there's this flavor of the month. What you guys need to understand about network marketing, there's always a flavor of the month. There's always a new company popping up that you're going to be, I call it the devil. The devil's trying to tease you. It's like everybody's getting in. You got to tap into this. Right now, the flavor of the month is NutriBurst. Everybody wants to get you on this NutriBurst. It has minerals. It has this. It gets you healthy. You busted stupid ass. Are you serious? Do you not understand the marketing plan and how many bottles you have to sell to get wealthy? Why don't you just go and make money and then go and buy real minerals? or real fruit or real vegetables or real food. You stop eating fat burgers and McDonald's and you might live a little bit longer. You won't need no damn minerals, but that's not the point. The point is the flavor of the month. And I've had more people call me. I said, and every time they call me now, it's kind of funny. What I do is I actually take them into my office and I have a separate room in my office. It's really cool. And I take a picture of how many products. Do you understand that I probably have a minimum of 5, I'm saying $10,000 worth of supplements and products from other companies. I said, this is how much I support the industry and anybody that has a product. Now, you want me to look at your product, you want me to look at your video. I don't have time to look at your damn video. Have you looked at mine? Have you even looked at my life? Do you understand? For 25 years, I've been in the same classic car vintage that has gone up well in excess of commas. And it gets more. You have to buy a vintage car. You're buying a Fiat that's going to break down in the next 2 weeks. I'm showing you a car that gets more valuable every day that I'm alive, that becomes a classic that everybody wants. But I'm not really here to sell you on my opportunity. I want you to get in enough cars to watch them break down. And then sooner or later, you'll come back and see me and say, God, I should have listened to you in the first place. It's okay. So I took a picture for 5 people, true story, in the last 2 weeks, where I have 10 bottles of NutriBurst on my shelf from 5 different people. I said, would you like me to add you to my shelf? I have no problem supporting you. I'm going to start giving them away as like gifts to like animals and shelters because they need minerals too. You're talking to somebody who understands health and understands minerals. So this stuff right here, if it makes you feel good, then, it's about as good as a shot of some candy that gives you a sugar rush, but it's all good. It's just stupid. I don't like having stupid conversations, if that makes any sense to everybody. Now, I'm not negating the opportunity. I'm not de-edifying other opportunities or products. What I'm saying is, don't be swayed by the conversation of neophytes. people that just jump into an opportunity because the flavor of the month is, and they're excited and they know nothing about what they're talking about. I think a couple of weeks ago, I talked about somebody else who got into a credit company, and she was so excited. Solid, and these are good people, solid people, credible people in their craft that know nothing about network marketing or business. And she's like, I think, in this economy, everybody needs help with their credit. And I said, they do. And I was like, she's like, so will you help me? I was like, of course I'll help you. She's like, so, you'll let me do a profile on you? I was like, you might want to find somebody who has no money and bad credit. I said, do you have an 800 credit score and a black credit card? Do you have a black card? No? Then how the hell are you going to help me? I already have that. What the hell is wrong with you? You haven't even done a pre-qualifier. I said, I'll tell you what. I want to help you out. I run businesses. If you can show me how to raise my Dun & Bradstreet score, my DMB, then I in turn, because I'm not going to refer anybody until I know documented wise, you know what you're doing, so you don't ruin my net worth with my network. So what can you do for my DMB? She's like, I got to check with my business partner. What's a DMB? How are you going to be in credit and not know what a DMB is? And know what the hell is wrong with these people? So what happened for me is this young lady, someone who I've sown seed in, heavy seed, for over 4 or 5 years now. She was the last one to be able to share this NutriBurst thing with me. Actually, she didn't share with me. I saw her social media. This goes back to the original part of the conversation. I want you guys to get this. This goes back to the original part of the conversation. This is somebody who I've helped get to conventions, who I've helped get into the business, who I helped when she was raped, somebody who I helped when she actually didn't have money to pay her rent, somebody who I've helped way beyond ACN, somebody who I stand in the gap, someone who I pray for in the gap, someone who I've made personal to me. And then, like for the last month, even in conversation where I'm still filling up and helping support her business, I'm seeing her, kind of slide into this NutriBurst, whatever the hell it is. And she's sliding into this company and I was trying to figure it out, but she was just talking about health. So she's trying to do it. I'm not the person that just lets a person go if I sow seed. If you're personal to me, I will put you on blast. So I called her up. I actually, when I saw it, I put it on her page. I said, so did you just leave ACN the Matrix? Better stated, did you just leave me? And are you so disrespectful that you did not believe that I deserved at least a phone call? I've helped save your life on more than 5 occasions, way beyond ACN in this family. Like literally, I'm talking about Cash App, wiring money when she didn't have a dime. And I left it on there. I said, so why don't you just reach out to me? Now, I normally would not do that. I would not normally make my business public on your page, but you're making it public that after I've already edified you, talked great about you, talked to my family about you, had dinner conversations about you, sent you money out of my account, took it from my son, from me, from everyone I love to help you in a hardship. You then decided to put your new business on Facebook or on whatever, on Instagram. Therefore, I'm going to respond to you there. And I didn't want to initially, but it's irritated me so much. And when she didn't respond there, then I left 2 days later. I called her I left her a message in her inbox. I said, let me just be very clear so you understand that I'm not the spiteful person. I've been doing what I do for 25 years. Do you believe, you wouldn't have a clue of how many bodies I've buried. I am pretty much the cartel and the mafia combined. I got bodies buried all over the world, in the desert. I actually intentionally bury people on my team. I was like, I don't know what you think is going on. Maybe you think I'm going to be angry. I'm not angry. I'm hurt. I'm dramatically hurt that I would actually believe in somebody and believe that my discernment and my energy is so far misplaced to believe that you had integrity enough, love enough. I would actually endorse. And then I took the picture. I said, I would actually support your business. I don't care. ACN and this has nothing to do with, this is personal. Are y'all following me on this so far? This is personal. It's called respect and loyalty. There's no way I would actually go somewhere. Like, let's just say I'm still 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I do this call for Mr. Al Thomas, and then right after you get off this, the next day you see me with a NutriBurst commercial or it's like, that is so disrespectful. That is so disrespectful. Leave with some class. You know, there's a way of doing things that you can actually, nobody's holding you hostage. Nobody's making you wrong. If you have to do something better for your family, I've seen some of the craziest things you could ever see in this industry. Quite frankly, I mean, at least have enough respect to talk to the people that invest in you, to be able to share with them and talk to them. And so I put her on blast, and we ended up, obviously she gave me a phone call back, and she's profusely apologizing. I'm like, it's kind of like somebody slaps a woman on the ass and leaves a bruise. And then the woman looks at the man and says, you just left a bruise on my behind. And the guy is like, I was just playing, get over it. My point is that we create problems and hurt people unintentionally and then blow it off because it wasn't done to you. You need to pay attention to the people that you injure in your journey. I hope you guys got that conversation. It's a very powerful conversation. We do things without thinking, and you have no idea how that karma and that energy will come back and bite you in the behind. There's some people that you need to have closure with. There's some people in which you need to just apologize to. There's some people who you just need to be able to tell them, I'm grateful to. You don't owe them anything, just to tell them people have done things for you and are still standing in the gap on your behalf. And your arrogant ass is just going on about your business. It's not even that you've injured. It's just when somebody does something for you, just to be able to just stand and say thank you and be grateful, so that that energy and that turnpike can keep going. This is what our business is about. It is about the circle of life. It is about energy being transferred. It is about loving on people and standing in the gap for people and not walking around like they don't exist and as if you didn't hurt them and as if you did not. There's more emotional pain than there is physical because of people's insecurity, because of their ignorance, and because of their arrogance. I'm going to say that again. Insecurity, ignorance, arrogance will kill your life cycle of energy, of blessings flowing your way, coming your way. And so that's what this business is about more than anything else, is being able to truly know how to stand for people, not how to get people in ACN, not how to be able to acquire thousands of customers, but how to stand first for yourself and then for others. It's just the most respectful, humane thing to do, and then in some cases, you just need to cut some people away. Here's what I know. You know in your heart of hearts when you did somebody wrong. You know when you did somebody wrong. And you know if you continue. And if there's stuff in your space, a lot of times people don't understand why they can't get to the next level. It's because there's an energy blocking you and you built the wall. You built that wall. You don't understand that you can actually just have a complete Mount Rushmore. You can have a Euphrates. You can have a waterfall of success if you learn how to get rid of some of the stuff that you've already created in your life. There's nothing happening in your space in your life that you did not create. There is no blame game here. There's no, you can't point the finger. There's nobody to blame except for in the mirror. And to take full responsibility of who we are as individuals. Complete responsibility for everything that's in our space, everything that's in our life. Once that happens, what's really powerful is you can then realign yourself with people that are going in the same direction as you. I'm going to tell you, people that are playing at a certain frequency, they can feel your frequency of operation. I don't know if you guys understand that concept. I'm going to say that again. People that are operating at a specific frequency can feel and see the frequency in which you're operating without knowing any of your past, without knowing anything, any of your associations, not knowing any of your dirt. Your spirit speaks so loud that your mouth means nothing. And a lot of people don't even get that. Your spirit is so God. I mean, it's just, and the other thing I want to talk about this morning, especially with where I am, I'm so clear on creating an eco environment for success. What do I mean by that? You have to have, I'm sitting here dealing with some things with not my health, but others' health. But everything that I've done and where I came from a training this past weekend and what we're doing, as Mr. Thomas said, in Lake Tahoe, I'm so clear that what I call the fluidness or the flow of success comes from how you create your environment, the people around you, the downloads. I had somebody call me 2 days ago, and it's somebody who I talk to daily. And the way they came at me, I don't know if you're doing this or if you're doing that, or you haven't done this, that, or the other. Are you so busy? Just in the tone and the questioning of what I'm doing deferred me to not wanting to talk to that person for 2 days, 3 days. I was like, detach, because then you have to have a conversation about their thought process. Then you have to explain their thought process. Then you have to explain your actions. Then you have to explain. I don't have the energy for that. I prefer to just walk away. I'm at peace. I'm so at peace. I woke up on the ocean. I watched the moon hit the water last night within 5 feet of me in meditation and isolation. There's nothing more gorgeous than that. There's nothing more peace than being one with the universe and God at the same time and not taking a call. Obviously, this call is at 9. Anyone knows me knows I don't take a call until 10 a.m. And being at total serenity with yourself to take on the world and blow up your business, your life, living on intention, living on purpose, living with a smile, living with just, I was sitting there, and one of the women that were doing yoga next to where I was meditating, she said, "You just look so happy." She said, "Where do you go that allows you to be so happy?" I said, "Wherever I am, I keep finding me and I just keep smiling." I was like, I can't get away from me. I am just so, yesterday I tried to run and the Negro showed up again. I was like, damn. I was like, it's just no, I was like, and you know what? He brings me no drama. He brings me nothing but solutions. He keeps saying blessings are coming. He keeps having these affirmations. I try to shut him up and he says, but no, you're great. No, you're gorgeous. No, you're getting younger. No, you're God is all in you. No, you're supposed to save lives. No, your bank account is full. No, you are healthy. He keeps telling me these affirmations. I keep trying to shut him up because, the devil's a liar. He want to run around and talk. And I'm like, he's been hanging around for a long time. But this black man, he keeps following me wherever I go. And he makes me make other people like you smile. And she's just glowing. I was like, and see the beauty in you. And God, golly, and it's just so gorgeous. I said, you see Tigger? He said, yes. He said, Tigger. We just having a ball. Unapologetically just enjoying life. Not so serious. Not so stressed. That's your ecosystem. That's the people around you. I'm challenging you to go find the kid in you and have a ball on Friday. Be a kid. Go get some cotton candy, some ice cream, make funny faces. People stick out your tongue. Do whatever. There you go. Al, just have fun today and see how that releases your spirit. Make it a point to make everybody smile and laugh today. You'll find out. I'm telling you. Exactly. That's my trigger. You have no idea what it will do to be able to just completely clear your spirit and your chakras, your energy. You'll find people will just come to you. You don't even have to talk about AC, and they'll just get in because you're just somebody who they want to be around. They'll just get in. They'll just become your customer, or they'll get into your business. There's not a person I meet that doesn't want to help. I did a blessing this past weekend with this attitude. And as God is my witness, I walked away with 18 customers of a guy who had 3 houses. And I kept blessing, and he said, no. Everybody's life that you touch here needs to become your customer. He had 9 before I left, and he said, by Wednesday, I'll have 18. He's like, I got 18 homes. We're signing up everything. I didn't even try. I didn't even ask. I didn't even barter. I didn't even ask that as a prerequisite. I was just being Tigger. Just bless people. Well, that's all I have for you on this Friday morning. I know we're done early, but I think it's potent, it's powerful. That is what you call a bullet coffee with no sugar, just a little bit of coconut oil. It's pure to the system. It'll shock you, wake you up, and keep you vibrant for the rest of this day. Any questions? Mr. Al Thomas, he's giving me the Oscar.
My Lord, I received that message. I hope people understand their energy has got to be on a higher level, and they got to laugh more. That's what's wrong with it right now. With our society, everybody's stressed out. They got you thinking the wrong things. Go out and have fun.
Yeah.
Mr. Nelson, can we show Mr. Nelson some love? Because this is something you don't get every day. This is off the beat track of AC, and it's about life and how to upswing your thinking and don't let people bring it down. It's like he's got Tigger. I mean, you got to have fun, like the Beach Boys say, fun till daddy. Some of y'all ain't laughed in 6 months. Some of you don't know how to have fun. Go out, enjoy the day. I had one of my IBOs. I told him and her, I said, y'all need to take off the rest of Friday. This is crazy. I told them yesterday, take off the day. Today. They're even on the call, and they said, man, this is what you said yesterday. Yes. Go out and enjoy yourself. Go laugh. Go have ice cream. I'm going to the park tomorrow. Why? Because it's just something. Anyway, can we show Mr. Nelson some love? Come on, let's show Mr. Nelson some love.
You guys.
Man, you guys should have got blessed out of this today. I don't know about you, but it blessed me. What he say? We have the habit of lack thinking. Quit thinking lack. That's so powerful. And wow, that was just. Anybody got any question, Mr. Nelson? If not, we'll go in it and let him go enjoy his day.
Any questions before I go get my massage?
Man, that's funny. I had mine last Friday. Hey, everybody, I want to thank Mr. Nelson. Let's give him a hand. Let him go get his massage and get that energy right it should be. God bless you, sir. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Everybody,
Love you
tonight
so
at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock happy hour tonight. 6 o'clock.